Update Fool's April craft mine. Update Fool's April craft mine. Minecraft April Fool's update. They made a new game out of Minecraft. It's kind of weird. It's like an RPG. You got leveling system. You can unlock abilities and stuff. It's like also a roguelike. It's an RPG roguelike type thing. You got levels you make. They have different variants. You can unlock a bunch of stuff to change them. So you can add ingredients to the world you're about to create. There is certain stuff that is set in stone. Yeah, let's just go cows. Loud noises. Wah, 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 wah. Hiding stuff. Well, how am I gonna play the game if stuff is hidden from me? Well, there's the exit. That was easy. Okay, the goal is to gain levels and collect items that have a high value because everything you pick up has a value. Like if I picked up this dirt, 0.02 value. That's how much EXP I'll get from it when I bring it back to the exit that's right there. Usually they're pretty far away and a lot less visible. Kind of lucky with that one. We start like any Minecraft beginnings though. Punch tree. Don't know how long I'm gonna be on playing this. Just kind of felt like doing it. I think that this is really cool. There we go, we got an ingredient. If we bring this back to the exit, we will unlock the ability to have worlds that have taiga biomes. Enable to craft, we have to go back here to the crafter. Because we haven't unlocked any crafting abilities yet. Make some sticks. Make a pickaxe. Now, I did play this quite a bit already on my own, so I've got a fairly decent idea of how to get a lot of worth out of your worlds. Saplings is not one of them. I should get this out of my inventory immediately. Copper. Specifically raw copper blocks. Making a block of raw copper gives you quite a bit for how much work you have to put in to just mining some copper. See, that was pretty simple. Already, that's pretty good value. But when you turn it into blocks, it goes up in value for no reason. The Minecraft economy is crazy. I don't understand it. Then again, Minecraft economy never did make sense. Villagers will trade you a bookshelf for 1 emerald and then buy books for like 7. Or maybe the other way around. Sell a bookshelf for 7. Buy a book for 1. It would be nice if we had a Tripstone Cave immediately. Because that is like super overpowered copper place. All you find there is copper. Clay is also really good. Basically anything that you can just grab really quickly and turn into a block. Like coal. Coal might be okay to grab. But coal doesn't really drop that many per block, it's only 1. Copper and clay drop a lot per block. Especially later on when you have the ability to unlock fortune. Right now it does seem very Minecraft. But it is not. This is a completely different game by Mojang. Nothing like Minecraft. It's a Minecraft spin-off that uses Minecraft assets. Definitely. It is absolutely not the same game. There's some sheep. Now, there's not many ways to get to EXP while in the worlds other than mining, smelting stuff, and beating mobs. Okay, yeah, we already got a bunch of copper on us. I'm just gonna take out some animals so that I can get some EXP and upgrade myself some before leaving. Because you can get upgrades to gain more EXP. As well as the one that actually lets you craft and have an inventory. Which is kind of important. Unlock some more inventory. Just so that we can have stuff. Okay. Most evasive cow ever, apparently. He's too fast. He doesn't even look like he's moving. Okay. I did not grab the crafter and bring it over here, so I have to go all the way back to craft those copper blocks. But if I see more copper, I'm going to grab it. Not the ideal weapon. Probably best I don't fill my inventory with various weapons and tools yet, though, because I don't really have an inventory to be doing that with. I heard a frog. There it is. I know you normally wouldn't drop anything on death, but this is a different game. Wednesday frogs. Don't know what that does. Now with my render distance being so high like this, I can see really far, but the game also does not like me streaming with such a high render distance as well. I have been getting a bit frame drops, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Let's go 18. Yeah, that works just as good. It's still a really far distance with a lot better performance probably, due to how Minecraft renders things. Probably won't have frame drops anymore now. Hopefully. Okay. I'm gonna go make those copper blocks and then leave with what I have. Sticking around during the first night is not very good since we don't have too much in the ways of protection. And if we die, we don't just respawn in here, we get sent back to the hub area type thing. And we don't gain any of the stuff that we collected. That's how it's like a roguelike game, kinda. Alright, so I'm gonna unlock... I can't, okay. I was gonna hope to unlock the ability to get more EXP when we leave. Seems I do not have enough EXP though to do so. But that is fine. Yeah, 16.2. Blocks of copper is definitely the way to go when it comes to getting EXP here. That'll give us a decent start. Now when we leave, we don't get to keep any of the stuff that we collected since it gets transferred to EXP. There's all of our EXP. Normally 30 levels in Minecraft is quite a bit. That's enough to make an enchanted like item with some of the highest power enchanting available. But in here it's not that crazy. I am going to use it all on here, because now we'll just gain even more EXP. Now here we have our lane, memory lane, where we can basically put the levels that we have gone through to revisit them, which doesn't really have too much of a use. You can't really do much in there since it puts you in like adventure mode. But it's interesting. Spiders. Spiders, chickens, planes, deep slate, floating islands, surface exits. Heralds of Doom. Don't know what that does for me. Also, you can put EXP into this thing to level it up so that it has more squares that you can put stuff into. I have one more level. Anything worth one? I believe this just makes it so that your fists deal more damage. Which, I mean, helpful at the immediate beginning because you don't have any weapons off the bat. There's nothing here specifically that would be insanely helpful. Okay, so that overrides the floating islands. So normally this would be a floating islands, which would make it difficult to traverse, but I can override it by putting in the surface world. It's not going to be as interesting, but it's going to be easier to move around in, so we're going to deal with that for now. Exit right next to us again. That is kind of ridiculous. I was going to say, are there no trees? Trees are kind of important. Three punches. I just got a trophy. It lets you make a sheep-related sound when you right-click on it. There's also different rarities, and I got a diamond one, which is the highest I've seen. I know there's also like grass, stone, gold. I think those are the other two I've seen. That's actually a really strong punch. Two-shotting a sheep. Level up. Still the issue of trying to punch small creatures and then hitting grass instead. I have never enjoyed that. Low value items. Deep slate coal on the surface is funny. Literally something you would never see normally on, well, on the surface. You can find deep slate coal in Minecraft just very uncommonly, and, well, deep down where deep slate is. As in not on the surface. Stone trophy. Does have to be 2 criticals. Luckily the fist charges up so fast that that is very easy to combo. And a grass rarity. Just getting all of... I do believe the hand has to be empty for the extra damage to take effect. I don't know if the sheep trophies can have different colored sheep. It seems they're all just white sheep. Another one. Not really doing anything too crazy right now. Chicken trophy. Just gaining levels. Having certain levels will allow you to start with a sword or weapon, tool, just stuff at the start of each world that you enter, level. They're called mines, but I mean, this doesn't look like a mine. It's because we're crafting our mines. It's Craft Mine. We're playing a game called Craft Mine, we craft the mines. Grass. Grass. My worst enemy. Tall grass. Cha. Hiya. With how much just destroying the population of animals here that I'm doing, food is not an issue. I don't even have to worry about cooking it, since I'm just gaining EXP right now. That's all I'm worrying about. Because why craft a tool every time when I can just gain the EXP to get a free tool at the start? Now, I've been really lucky with the exits being right next to the entrances, but something I'm going to want to focus on basically right away is getting the 45 levels to get down this path right here. That'll allow me to have a compass that automatically points me towards the nearest exit, which will be very important for when the game decides to not put me right next to the exit immediately, which I'm surprised that it even did twice. Because when I was playing on my own, I was definitely struggling. I had a certain world that I had built, and it was a mess to traverse. See if I end up with anything like that here. Where'd all the animals go? Whatever could have happened to all of the wildlife? So strange that they're all just disappearing. Wow, I'm amazing at this. Yeah, nothing really stacks up to how much raw copper blocks give. Nothing that I've found. Clay is like a close second. I do have to be kind of careful about running away from the exit. There are multiple, so I would eventually find another if I just kept going. But I don't want to completely lose my way and be stuck here for a while. Now, with the food that I have and a weapon, I'm not entirely afraid of nighttime, especially since the only dangers we have here are spiders. I can deal with spiders much better than I can deal with creepers constantly. Which the last world had creepers. Not to mention that with spiders, I can get string and that will let me fish. Fishing gives some EXP. Not really much to just kind of fish. Fishing for EXP is not really amazing. New firefly bushes. Oh. Swamp biomes. I knew that would give me that, but I forgot. Completely forgot about that. I do not need a single dandelion. Or 2 wheat seeds, for that matter. Or some spiders. Combat. Ocelots. Why a spider gives the ingredient for ocelots, I have no idea. Jumped over my attack. Cave spiders. And zombies. Wow. Gold statue. I gotta eat. Do not want to die. Dying bad. In fact, now with all these ingredients, I'm going to leave. Not gonna get much EXP from what I'm bringing back, but I do have a lot that I don't want to... Oh, okay, that's a spider jockey, actually. Didn't expect those to be here. They're drifting. They're drifting. They've learned to drift. Oh, you entered my domain. Shallow water. Keep an empty hand just so I can deal damage. Difficult combat. That's just a skeleton. Okay, never mind. Apparently skeletons can spawn. Now I really want to leave. I don't trust myself around skeletons. I try to be quiet during leaving because the loud sound effects, I'm not sure how loud the sound effect actually is, but it looks like it's about as loud as I am. But I know that sometimes this kind of lies about how loud things are. Yeah, 19 levels, 20 almost. A lot less, but we unlocked a lot more stuff. Plus I got tons of trophies. Oh. There must have been one little thing stuck somewhere. Chickens. Spiders. You can't actually collide with these. They are not actual blocks. Wow. Okay, our Minecrafter has leveled up. Swamps, floating islands. I don't want floating islands. It still says floating islands. No floating islands. Oh, that's just the base. This is the actual outcome. So that would remove the floating islands. Good. None of that right now. Spiders, sheep, ocelots. Hmm. Now, there's not really anything I could do right now to make it have dripstone caves. I think that's just up to chance. Let's attempt Wednesday Frogs. I have no idea what Wednesday Frogs is, but why not? Lily pad. Wow. I don't want that. Clay. Actually, this is very good. I should make a shovel or 5. Now, the Wednesday Frogs. It said they are the heralds of doom. So I am scared if I see a frog. If the frogs are doom. because I don't like Doom. Doom sounds scary. But it will give a slight boost to EXP if I get out. Because the frogs give a multiplier on EXP gain. Cutting these trees down is so awkward because they have the weird roots. Farming these trees is weird too because of those. This tree just keeps going to the side. More. Weird tree. Weird. Free stick. I could make a pickaxe. I should make a pickaxe. Make a stone. Make a bunch of stone shovels. Oh, I forgot. Axolotls spawn all over in the oceans on swamp worlds because of the lush cave biomes. And they just kill all the tropical fish. So then they float to the surface and you can just grab tropical fish for free value if you get a lot of them. You don't often get a lot of tropical fish, but you can get a lot. And if you do, there's a lot of value there, I guess. Rocks. Andesite. Do we have stone here? I have yet to see any frogs. Maybe because it's not Wednesday, and the frogs are Wednesday. Andesite shovel. This lets you make stone tools out of any rock type, which is not normally possible. I don't know if turning clay back into clay blocks is beneficial at all. One stack is 1.28. That's not how you make a clay block. 1.28. I think that's what it said, right? Yeah, it's not, definitely not worth turning them back into blocks. Time to use more durability breaking all this again. That's probably more clay than I need. Then again, if I can finish the shovel off, I probably should. Not exactly sure how much inventory space I have open. Yeah. Clay is not as good as copper due to how it takes up so much space for the bit of value that it does give. Like, I had a few blocks of copper, raw copper, and it gave like 16 value. This is only like a few stacks of clay, and it's nothing close. So, copper is definitely the way to go when it comes to speed of getting value out of doing activity. I know that diamonds are also good, but they're a lot more difficult to grab than clay. Now the issue. We didn't spawn with a exit in our view. Never mind, there it is. Really has been a lot easier to find the exits here. No value at all. Drip leaves have 0 value in this. That's interesting. Now the question is, how do I scale this cliff? Stacking mud. Mud pillar. I fell down. And we leave. I didn't use any levels the last time I went through with the thing. I got 20 levels still. That was a bad idea. I got a key from that. Why did I get a key from that? That wasn't a special level. Junction cane. So with keys, you normally get keys from a special room. I don't know why that one gave me one. So we open doors, which allow us to have special rooms. I don't know what the point of this room is, or why there are even weird rooms like these. But we can have a sugarcane farm in here for some reason. We can't really do anything with sugarcane, but we have that now. Nothing over there. But we have doors on both sides. And then we also get more doors in here. We have 3 more doors. I'm not sure if this one will open since it's like right over here and it would collide with this room. So that one probably doesn't do anything. Surface world. Badlands, forests. Sure. Badlands could be interesting. That's not a Badlands. None of that is. Do we see an exit from here? It's right next to it. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe I was just very blind when not live. Perhaps this is what they call streamer luck, but I don't know. Because they've all been like that distance, and normally they are nowhere close. I should use my levels, I keep forgetting. Yeah, let's just go crazy with the sword. So, we get to keep these two, but there's not really a reason to, because they have no worth, and they also aren't as good as the diamond one that we're going to be using. I heard these leaves are really good for value. These are a brand new item to Minecraft. They're kind of just a decorative thing, but they can be used in Furnace as fuel, which is strange because you also get them by burning leaf blocks in a furnace. They're okay. About as good as mining clay. Again, though, copper. I was playing this with my cousin for a bit, and when we had poison spiders, the cave spiders, they weren't poisoning us, which was odd. I don't know if that's some kind of bug. with specifically this April Fool's snapshot, or what exactly that was about. But cave spiders might be just kind of broken. Essentially, they'd just be normal spiders, but small. But any mob in Minecraft smaller is awful. We know this because baby zombies. One of the whole levels here is actually just based on fighting waves of tiny enemies, which is great. Just a bunch of leaves. I was very confused about the sword sitting there for a second. Then I realized those were mine. I dropped those. Now, I don't really know what to do for trying to unlock more ingredients? Mine ingredients? The different level modifiers we can get. Just fighting enemies seemed to give me a lot of different ones. Breaking various types of blocks also gives you some. I know that you can get the sniffer, yeah, from flowers. So there's one. Not sure if tree leaves give only specifically their tree type, or forests. We already unlocked forests, so no reason to be trying to get forests, I guess. I had 60 levels. I should have used them to get the compass. There's another exit over there. Okay, well, I have 2 in my sight. So maybe the compass won't be necessary here, because apparently they're super easy to find while streaming. And only while streaming. It's powdered snow. I know that's powdered snow. I am kind of at a loss for what exactly to be doing to try and unlock things. I wish there was the ability to open up that one menu that shows what you don't have unlocked so that you can see and get hints on how to unlock them. But the only place to access that is from the hub. Back to slaughtering all the animals for EXP, I guess. EXP important. One punch! Grass. there's a tiny bit of copper. I see a Badlands biome. Just a tiny bit of it over there. That pig outplayed me. I don't really want to go out to the Badlands. I was just thinking if I spawn there, normally it's pretty easy to find cave openings and gold. So I was thinking maybe I could make raw gold blocks or something similar to that. Also, I know of a bug that is in this where there's no structures. Structures don't spawn on any levels other than special boss ones. So looking for a village is basically impossible, or like any other special structure, which is kind of unfortunate because for some unlocks, you have to interact with villagers. I'm pretty sure, so. Not sure how that'll work with unlocking the villager-related stuff. You'll have to, like, wait until you get one of those boss levels and then just leave the area. I'm talking about the boss levels, but we've not even done one. We're on our 4th, and they're supposed to appear every 5th, so the next one should actually be a quote-unquote boss. Which with the sword, if it's anything battle-related, I should be fine. Just have to be careful not to let myself get smacked over and over. Because I do damage, but I don't have a lot of protection against stuff. I'm debating whether to just stick around and fight mobs at night for extra levels, or if I should just leave. I think I'm gonna go. Not insane progress being made. Okay, 60 levels. That was actually pretty good. I'm gonna unlock all of the exit finding stuff. Get another level in that, and let's get the mining started. So once we get up to this, we can get a pickaxe to start with, which will also help a lot with having a pickaxe. Now this should be a boss level. Igloo in space. I know what this one is. And it's going to be a very slow and boring time we have getting through this one. Alright. So, that's the exit. And this is an igloo. And I'm pretty sure that it's just eternal night, since we're supposed to be in space. Cave world. Well, apparently we're super deep down. Because I'm pretty sure you get that for being deep down. So, the only thing we can really do here is make an obsidian generator. Cobblestone, not obsidian. That's what we don't want. We don't want obsidian generator. So let's see if I remember how to do one of these. Oh, hi. Didn't expect you. Right. So, we want flowing water to drop down. And then lava. I'm great at this game. Well, never invite me to Skyblock. I don't have the crafter either. I can use a crafting table, okay. I guess what I do here is collect all of the snow and blocks I can. But to be honest, I think this one's extremely boring. And I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like either of these are that rare. So I'm gonna lose this one. Because I already did. This right here is a loss. I failed at the cobblestone generator, and because of that, I do not deserve to win. So here's what happens when we lose. Mine failed. It gives us a red disc. And we don't want that. I mean, there's no real reason not to put it in, but realistically, this is a special one which you will come across over and over many times as long as you keep going. Because there's not too many from what I've seen. There's like all the special ones I've seen repeats of. So I think I might have seen them all by now. Anyways, I've said a lot of words. I don't feel like saying words anymore, so I think I'm done for that for now for this with Minecraft Fool's April crafting mine. I'll throw this in here. Anyways, here's what happens when you revisit it. You're in adventure mode, you can't do anything. You get to see your failures, and you can pick up all the items. And then you can leave. So yeah, now I just have a reminder forever that I suck at cobblestone generators. The lava is supposed to be the flowing one, I think. That or I just laid it out wrong with the dip, but I think the lava was supposed to be the flowing one. Because the water flowing on top of lava makes obsidian. Lava flowing on top of water makes cobblestone. Whoops. Anyways, I'm done. That's the game. Crouching and punching at the camera because Minecraft. Okay. Bye bye!